All right, ask Danny. First up, we got features. Yeah. What's up, Danny? I love the show and I listen to it every day. I first heard of you on the Childish Gambino song Toxic. That shit blew my mind when I heard you. Since then, I've been a fan/supporter. Anyway, my question is, there been a time when you've been in the studio with someone and been disappointed or surprised by their music/rapping ability? Thank you for making content and being you. I feel like you trying to get me to diss somebody. They
trying to get a clip.
Yeah, right you trying to go viral with some shit like that. No, I don't think I think if anything, it probably been my motherfucking ass that been that person. Like even I was talking about like working with Peggy. That's one thing about it is, and Peggy is probably he's probably the most patient with working with me because I don't like going to the studio. That's not my thing. Like when I was a kid. And I was trying to, cause that's what I'm saying. We didn't have the Fruity Loops. We didn't have the band labs and all that shit. So you would have to go to the studio and you paying for fucking studio time. So you have to come in prepared.
Yeah.
So my whole shit was like, I'm practicing a song a week before I even get to my session, doing shit like that. So I can try to at least get it done as quick as possible so I can have some extra time and I might could knock some other shit out. So it's never been me going to the studio playing around. And even when other artists and shit, they'll be like, I hate when an artist used to tell me like, they want to do a song with me, but they don't want to, they don't want to do the email thing. They want me to come to the studio. And then, because I like to sit, I actually like the writing process. I actually like sitting down, because I might change some shit. I might, want to, I might write a verse 3 times before I'm happy with the product. So my whole shit is like, give me some time so I can write my shit, which some motherfuckers look at it like, man, you kind of whack if you can't just do it on the spot like that, and shit like that.
But I mean, you just meticulous though. Like, yeah. I'm not really a fan of the studio either. Like, I'll do it obviously, and like it's like, sometimes I've gotten like a good product out of it. Like when I did like the biggest one off Learn to Swim, PG Baby. Like I did that one in the studio. Fire. But that's like the best. That's like the best thing that's come out of me being in the studio like ever. Like most of the time it's just like I'll make some shit and it's just like, I don't know, if I don't feel 100% about it or whatever, it's just like I'm wasting time. Like that's how I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Whereas like when I'm at home making music, it's like I can just fuck around. I can just, you know what I'm saying? I can just like, it feels like it's more room to just like experiment, do everything like that I really like.
Because it's a lot of times where I listen to some old shit that I've did and I'll be like, fuck, I say this different. I do this, and I hate having that, just that whole thought process. I hate feeling like that. Like, man, I wish I would have did this. I wish I had more time to do this. But I would say, I guess I can give you some type of answer. I mean, shit, man, Childish Gambino. I remember when I first did that, people wasn't really fucking with Childish Gambino like that around that time. And because I remember when he asked me to go on that tour, my manager at the time was like, you sure you want to do this? I'm like, hell yeah, fuck that. I'm trying to get on the road, which was, I will say, that was like one of the worst tours I ever played. Oh, they hated my guts every night.
Really?
Dog, I was getting booed off stage. What? I remember I was crying one night, crying crocodile tears like a little bitch sitting in some diner. I was in some diner. We had some hoes with us and everything. I didn't even want to deal with the bitches, man. I'm like, man, they hate me, man. This shit sucks. I'm really trash.
That's crazy. I feel like people don't boo on tours anymore either.
You just had it lucky. You just had it lucky,
or
man.
I'm just really good. I don't know.
Yeah, that's another thing too. But no, they was hating my ass dog that whole entire tour. But when I look at it, man, our music was so different. Like I was coming from a whole different, perspective than what he was coming on. So I didn't, I would say. But then, when I got in the store, I'm like, oh no, this nigga is dope. So I would say more anything, I've been impressed by people that I didn't really think they had it. They wouldn't like that. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, he's just dope. But he's just an all-around talented motherfucker in that sense. I look at, and I be jealous of them motherfuckers too. I call them like art school kids. Like, this motherfucker could really do anything. Why you want to rap? This is all I got. This is all I know how to do. You know what I'm saying, motherfucker? Why you want to, you know what I'm saying? So I would say, but never been in the studio with somebody who was like, oh, this motherfucker trash. I have been, I'm just not about to tell you motherfuckers. But I have been around somebody and I'd be like, oh, this motherfucker ain't really got it like that. Like, what about, have you ever been in that kind of situation?
I don't think so. There's nothing that's coming to my head right now where I was like, damn, this nigga some shit. Like I feel like I've only done sessions with people that like I feel like I already got like a good understanding of like the art, because I really haven't done like that many sessions with people. Like I'm still pretty new, so it's like I feel like I got like good understanding of the artistry or whatever, and like they usually like I guess match my expectations.
And I think I would get intimidated sometimes by being in the studio. I remember like when I was in Australia and I did the work with the Avalanches. And I never really been in like a big ass, like ill ass studio like that where they got fucking, you know, all the food and shit and everything. It's just all laid out for you and some shit like that. And it would be like, oh, taken back a little bit. Like, oh, I'm used to recording fucking basements and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's where I get my vibe from, you know? So just being in that whole element of being like that, and it almost feel like it put more pressure on you to do good.
Yeah, when it's all like beautiful and shit like that.
Yeah, it's like, man, fuck, I'm about to suck.
Well, I will say like when I was like wowed, like the last time I remember being like wowed, I was in the studio with Flume, and like that was just watching him like make music. You know what I'm saying? Because he's on the whole electronic shit. I hadn't really seen that before, so like seeing how that came together with like all the like the synths and everything that he had, and like watching him like mash and blend shit or fuck around with something for like hella long and then just like completely change it. Like that blew my mind.